Awesome. That's everything set up. Fantastic. Cool. Okay, well, welcome everyone who is joining for the VOD. Today we are going to be working on backgrounds for my animation project Don't Look. I needed a little bit of motivation to get some of that work done, so that's why we're doing this today. We'll probably do some more crow sewing streams because I have Comic Con coming up soon and I need some more crows finished. Hello, Ruth. Welcome. I saw that you were I was trying out the scheduling a stream because I realized, wait a second, there's a way for people to wait for the stream before it actually starts. Intriguing. Hopefully your week has been going well. I have a nice fat stack of backgrounds to get through. I'm not sure if we'll do all of them today, but I have a nice collection. it it feels thicker than it actually is because I have them grouped for which ones will be reused. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13 backgrounds. I have more than 13 backgrounds. I think I have like about 21 backgrounds, but 13 that are on the simpler side, which is what we're gonna so it sounds like a lot of backgrounds, but most of them are going to be pretty one color-ish. Yeah. I think we'll get I'll just sort through my pile of sort through the pile of stuff and we can get started. I think we'll do the desktop first, because the desktop, kind of desktop, it's essentially a shelf that one of the. A little bit. Yeah, this tabletop is used for like many different scenes, so I think we'll do that one first. Just need to find my glove. Autocorrect is sometimes the bane of my existence too, especially when it starts autocorrecting my emoticons. Like, sir, no, actually, I want it to have that. Please. Yeah, I try and set up some text or whatever, and then they're like, oh, you meant this emoji, right? No, I want it that simple, right there. We didn't need to add the emoji. Really didn't. That's a bit too dark. Yeah, I've been getting in my head about these backgrounds, hence why we're doing them today, because now I'm now I'm socially obliged to complete them so I can get back over to the animation process. Actually, I think this tabletop is darker. What colors did I set up for this room? I feel so silly right now. Let me just pull open my iPad to look at that. What did I have set up for the colors? Do I like the color palette that I have set up at the moment? Make it a touch redder. Desaturate it slightly. Cool, which means I need to make this more red. Cool. Fun. See ya! Have fun doing whatever it is you're doing. I got stalled by a train today as I was getting home from work. It was so mean of him because he was just sitting there in the middle of the tracks. I'm sure he was doing something, but from my perspective, he wasn't doing anything. I wonder if the tracks are broken up enough that it's like even the trains are having a hard time going over them. Those train tracks are ridiculous. People don't like they see a couple bumps in the road and suddenly they don't know how to drive anymore, which is concerning because we got people slowing down to 5 miles per hour because they're scared their car's not going to be able to take it. Like, yeah, you can. It's like baffling. I had a lifted truck driving behind me one time, and these cars, they're trying to avoid the bumps as much as possible, so then they end up going into the middle of the lane, which you shouldn't do because, like, you shouldn't. I get it, there's like a left turning lane, but that's not a driving lane, and you shouldn't be changing the lane that you're driving in on the railroad tracks. In yeah, so this lifted truck that should have like trucks are supposed to lift themselves for off-road driving or whatever, the place where you find all of the bumps. No, this man's trying to avoid the bumps for some reason and is driving in the middle of the railroad tracks. I'm so confused. Never have I been given more evidence to the fact that this truck's not being used for its intended purpose than that moment. Anyway, that train took so long that I was able to turn off my car. Just put it in park. It sat there for a little bit, enjoying the moving gallery. Ew. Malicious intent. What do you see? What has caused you to look on with such plans? I don't know what plans you have, but surely there must be one. Also, well, people can imagine things. It just may not look like pictures in their head. They can still think up ideas. It doesn't just necessarily come across as pictures. Also, little hack, I don't know if it's applicable to anyone else, but apparently children are very easily impressed. If you ever want to impress a child, just tell them you occasionally make a video and they'll be like, "Oh my God, are you a YouTuber?" I'm like, "Not I'm sure, kind of, not really. I just make stuff occasionally that I think is fun." And then they ask you what your YouTube channel is. They don't care what kind of content you make. You said don't look in the community post. That's the name of the animation. wait, wait, was it? Well, now I gotta look at the community post. Now I gotta go look over there. What nonsense is happening in the comments? It very clearly states it as a title. Which fashion show? She's had to visually imagine that. Maybe she sketched some of it out. You don't know her ideation process, and she's not here to defend herself. Also, I figured out now that you can schedule live streams, so I'm wondering if scheduling it for a day or two beforehand would be a better way to inform people I'm going to stream than essentially spamming my community posts with it. I don't know if that's annoying to anyone, but I thought it was don't look as in spoilers for the final animation. No, it's the title of the animation. The animation's called Don't Look. Alright, I'm thinking we're appropriately wood grained here. Got a good amount of wood grain going. I think we should stop at some point or else it's gonna look too detailed. Can add a little bit of highlight though. Just a touch. Oh, funny thing, when I was waiting for the classroom to open up so that I could teach the Chillins their next project, I was waiting in the office and I brought my iPad with me so I could make the thumbnail for the stream. And a kid walked up to me, looked over my shoulder, seemed pretty interested in what I was doing, and then proceeded to set his hand on my shoulder and watch me draw. Unfortunately for him, I was actually almost finished, so he didn't have much to watch, but I thought it was incredibly funny. Just like the lack of social awareness children have. I think it's so silly. Like, no normal person, adult person, would walk up to you and set their hand on your shoulder and go, mm-hmm, yeah, I'm watching you now. This is pressure. Really? I think I was amusing the office ladies because I was trying to interact with him. Because what else are you supposed to do when a child like is just looking over your shoulder as you're working? I don't know. I just had to I just had to sit there and trying to interact with him. I don't think he really wanted to interact with me because he didn't have much to say. Very silly guy. What box color should we do? I probably should stand out. Make box color white. How old was the child? The child was like 6, maybe. He was like 5 or 6, so really young. Hence why it was funny and not weird. Like it was kind of weird, but it was funny mostly. 'Cause at a certain point, it's like it could become uncomfortable, but it was just silly because he was like 6. Could you imagine it? Just a child. child just coming by and being like, "Hello, I see you're doing something. I'm intrigued, and I'm going to watch you. And I actually want to draw with your iPad now because you've introduced this as a potential option of something to do. Oh wait, you're leaving? That's okay. I'm gonna draw on the coloring pages that are at this table for that explicit reason." I needed a weird interaction for the week to talk about, so kudos to him. Now I have interesting things to talk about. I'm doing this slightly weird because usually I do the line art first, and then I do the rendering. But now I'm doing the rendering, and then I'll add the line art later. Excuse me. Just blending this in slightly, and we'll be ready to put the line art on top. Play. I think I was just using black for the line art. Let me see. Let me look at my... Yeah, I think this is black. That looks pretty black, yeah. Black line art. Ultimate charcoal pencil. Black. And we can line over this. And yes, I could make the lines perfect, but I think it needs a bit of wonkiness to it to give it a little bit of life. Make it exciting. Oh, there's a bit more than I wanted. Erase that. Erase that. And wow! Look, we have a background now. Isn't that amazing? First background done. Alright. It's not technically first background that I've done. Some of the more complicated backgrounds are on my iPad. I transferred them over there. I have... I did a 3D model of the room so that I could trace over the trickier perspectives without drawing them just from thought, because sometimes that's difficult. How do you decide what to animate? What was the... Okay, let me answer the first question first. Okay. How do you decide what to animate? It's... Anytime I'm like doing an animation, it's usually have some sort of story to it. This one, I want it to get across a concept. So I like had a vibe that I wanted to meet. So then I had to try and figure out, okay, how do I get across this concept through the motion, the idea? Wow, I think that's just a plain background. I was flipping through some of my storyboard, and This looks like a very plain background. So I think I'm supposed to just do like a tanned color and add a little bit of a gradient to insinuate light. And I think for this background we also had, wow, I copied that a lot. Okay, I think for this one we also have a more sunset colored one. Add some pink tones to that. What was the first background? The first background that I did? That one was... I did the shelf of all the trinkets first, because that was one of the things that I needed to design, so that needed to be established first. And then the other backgrounds I've completed are, I think that one's going to be a thumbnail, end up being the thumbnail for the project too. This one needs some more gold light to it. Ooh, okay. I think this one needs to be a touch bit more yellow, higher saturation. Cool. So that's another background finished. Okay, next one is the workspace area. So this one's essentially just a tiled work mat. These are easy to do because they're essentially behind us. Let's actually copy this. Sorry, I'm not finishing my sentences. These are pretty easy to complete because they're very simple backgrounds where the more important thing is the object in the foreground, the element in the front. So we're going to take this, transform it, not like that. And then we can make this look more like a table, like an angled portion of a table. I think I'll just blend it out. Blend here, because the important bit isn't really that, it's just blur that area slightly. Modify the filter. Actually, is there a better blur? Oh, he's big. He went onto a separate. That was weird. Okay, maybe different one. Um, where, where's the perspective kind of blur? It almost looks like a distant desert. Kind of. Kind of the effect I'm going for. Because the more important bit is going to be the matte. So I don't need. Maybe I'm doing this too early. I might be doing that bit too early. Can focus on the working mat first, and then we can. Currently, I'm using the Polygon Lasso tool. Then we can go from there. Make it darker at the edges, and then we can put a white grid on top. Hello! Welcome! We are making backgrounds for my animation Don't Look. And I mean that in the yes, it's just the animation title. It's not a literal thing of don't look. That's slightly thinner. Still need that thinner. I'm using my own desk mat as a reference, because why wouldn't I? Maybe I should have drew the grid. And then transform tooled it. Oh well. We've committed now. 'Tis what we're doing. I just kind of assumed you were taking the title of the animation too literally as a joke. I didn't think you were actually taking it seriously. So if you were taking it seriously, you just told on yourself. Anyway, how's your guys' week been? Sure it's been oops. Sure it's been oh so interesting hearing about my week, or at least my day. Now I'm intrigued to figure out what have you guys been up to. Hopefully it was something fun. Going in and adding some little ticks. Am I going to measure this? Absolutely not. That sounds horrendous. We just need the look. We don't actually need it to. Eggshell Rabbit, welcome to the stream. We are currently making some background images for my animation. Right now we're working on a desk with a mat. Technically this is 4. Okay. I think I need to raise that up slightly from the table so that it doesn't seem like it's super flush. Yeah. And then round out the corner in the back. Because if it's too perfect and pointy, well, then you know then it doesn't look right. There we go. Now, if we could get some perspective blur in there, that would be fantastic. Iris blur? Iris? Yes. There we go. This is what I wanted. Perfect. I don't know if you can see me messing with that, but it's giving me the effect I want, which is great. Awesome. Yeah, 50-hour work weeks sound that sounds tough. Schedule 1. I assume that's a game of some sort. I'm kind of curious what game that kind is. My week has been pretty busy with school. Well, we have band camp and a society ceremony today. Yeah, that sounds pretty busy. Good luck with teaching the kiddos. Sometimes they are menaces to society. They certainly enjoy chaos. I think if the children I teach on occasion could get away with having chaos at all times, they would want it. They would want it so hard. Only a few kids would actually dislike it enough to try and make order. I mean, isn't that technically the entire plot of Lord of the Flies? The children want chaos and they get chaos. And there's a couple kids who don't want chaos, but they don't want it that badly enough to stop the other kids. Or there's just not enough of them to stop the chaos. Pretty sure that's the plot of Lord of the Flies. I think for this one I do actually need to draw the box first. I think I need to change the angle on this too. Control or shift? I think it's shift. Yeah. There we go. Do the kids know that? Know that they are, that they want chaos? I'm sure. I'm sure they know. How could they not know? I don't know how they wouldn't know. I really don't. They just, I don't know, they give me the vibes of the people who just, they definitely want chaos. They yearn for many things. Maybe the mines, but also just general mayhem. Mm. I hope the birds haven't been eating my vegetable seeds. I think I covered up most of them enough that hopefully that shouldn't be an issue I need to worry about too heavily. But you never know. All of the farming games make it out to be a really big issue. So you never know. It could be an actual issue that I need to pay attention to. I'm hoping that the ones that I didn't bury are small enough that the birds don't actually realize that they exist. Do they that they want chaos and what will happen if they get it their way? I don't think the children know what will happen when they wish for chaos. I think they would just view it as a, oh my gosh, the adults are no longer telling us what to do all the time. We can do whatever we want. They really want is the ability to choose what they want to do, which is why they really like the internet because they get to choose what they want to do. But I think after a couple days of not like yeah, they control everything, but then also having to be responsible, I think maybe they would start to miss structure. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they would thrive in the chaos. Do you do you play any video games? Yeah, I play a couple of different video games. Like on my computer, I have Cult of the Lamb, Papers, Please, Red Dead Redemption 2. What else do I have? Stardew Valley, Minecraft, Phasmophobia. I also have Webkins on here. I have a whole myriad of different types of games. Some of them some of them ranging in coziness. That's on my computer, and then I also have a Switch. So, yes, I do play Legend of Zelda, hence all of the animations of that I've made. Been playing Papa's Sushiria the past couple days. That's been interesting. So I learned that Cool Math for Kids, surprisingly, apparently, the website, you have to be careful. You could you could get some malware on that website if you click on the wrong ad. I didn't even realize that. Me and all of my friends just went onto the website without any care in the world. I would be surprised if she made an animation about marrying a fish without ever playing the game. I'm glad that is you're well versed in my content to understand the stuff I do. Webkins stream win. You want to watch me play Webkins? I guess we could play pizza game on Webkins if you're so inclined. Didn't think it would be that interesting of a watch through, but if you're so interested, yes, Cool Math for Kids does still work. You just have to be careful with the ads, which I think mostly everyone did not click on any of the ads. It's just bad business practice, really. Okay. This angle of the box, do I need to have any more dramatic lighting here? I'm inclined to say yes. So we could add a vignette to this. Well, and then I think we'll set that to multiply instead. Yeah. I think we could darken up some of the colors too. Yeah, let's darken up the box as well. Yeah, there we go. I think that's the look I'm going for. Chat at chat your call. Marketing to kids is always going to be a strange field. Yeah, yeah. You have to try and keep up with what the kids are actually doing. And that's kind of difficult with the internet when it could switch from day to day basis. What is in the box? Well, that's the question. That's the entire question of the animation. What's in the box? What are we waiting for? What are you waiting so hard for? I'm glad the box looks intriguing, because it's supposed to. Okay, that is another background all set. Skip this one for now because it's not as quick as the others. I don't want to do that one right now. Cat? Cat? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn on music. That's so silly of me. We've just been sitting here. No wonder it's been awkward whenever I stop talking, because there's no other noise. Silly me. Why would I do that? I don't know. I just forgot. I had it all set up too. I just didn't turn it on. Oh, are you referring to Scrodinger's cat for the box? Is that why you said cat? Now, I, I I know this illustration was very interesting. Now we do another angle of the box. You've been talking a lot this stream. Like, part of it was because I was feeling pressure to just talk because it felt awkward when I wasn't talking. Because, usually I do have some music playing in the background. So it's like, it doesn't. Something's not sounding right. I can't just sit in silence. Why? We shouldn't sit in silence. It's weird. Now we gotta do another angle of the box. Will the intrigue ever end? What is in the box? When will the box be opened? Will it be satisfying? All these questions and more will be answered in the animation. Have you guys ever seen like a ski hill naked? Like a naked ski hill? I I hadn't really seen one like without the snow before until this week. And dang, does it look strange. There's just chairlifts that go up a mountain. And since it's spring too, like early, kind of early spring, there's not much to look at foliage wise, so it's just sad and empty looking. Just, just so much dormant grass. Yeah, naked, without snow. Just so weird. It was like a tiny ski hill too, so it looked even more odd. Today, I was slacking a bit on the backgrounds for this animation. I needed to get something done. Thank you for giving me societal pressure to get my work done. My self-imposed work. Oh, big thing. It's very exciting. I am almost finished with the picture book project that I've been working on for the past couple months. Yeah, I'll be ready to... I'm not sure how long Bob's gonna take to publish that. All of the illustrations are finished, and the book's almost completely put together. There's just a couple things I need to add to it. But it's exciting. Soon I will have another published book. Did you get haunted feelings staring at the hill? I mean, I couldn't stare at the hill too long because I was driving past it, and it'd be kind of bad to stare at a blank empty hill. I thought it was really weird though, like last week when I drove past it and I could still see snow on it. Like there wasn't a bunch of snow, but there was like enough to be like, oh, they made a lot of snow. That was a lot of snow. If it's still here and we've been having almost 60-degree days, crazy. Standards. Things are going pretty good. We are making backgrounds for an animation. Thank you, Bill. I'm very excited to see it in print. I'm hoping Bob will give me a book at the end. It'd be really nice to have another copy of the book. Well, I have the digital version, but because I made it. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a physical version to add to my collection of books. I feel like I need some thicker lines in here. I'm trying to match the energy of the thumbnail. And it's kind of hard to do that when I'm using a thinner line than a Sharpie. That would be a really dumb police report accident because driver was distracted by a strange hill. Yeah, that would be. It would be. Especially since there's like a roundabout. Like you have to. Like you go around the mountain and then you go into a turning circle and then you go around the mountain again. There, you drive in front of the mountain. Yes, multiple opportunities for things to go wrong. So don't stare at the empty mountain. I would like to keep the one car accident I had to not my fault accident. Cannot control the deer. The deer are pretty unpredictable at times. Let's keep it at one. That'd be nice. I think that's pretty good hatching. Does the publisher usually give you books? I don't have too much experience to say yes or no on whether the publisher usually gives them. I think it's usually common for that to be the case, but it's not always a given, especially since especially since this is an independent, so I can't really say with 100% certainty whether or not they will actually give me one. Like, I definitely want one, but it's not guaranteed. Thumbnail reminds me of Bill Cipher. That's probably because of the eyes. I wanted to, because there's like a whole bunch of cool illustrations and stuff that utilize eyes. So I wanted to make that one of the motifs of the animation. The general vibe of the animation is essentially the anxiety that I get whenever I introduce a concept or an idea or a project to the world and then waiting on the reception of it. That's the feeling I'm going for with the animation. I also want thicker. Oh. Oh. Driver was too focused on environment around them to focus on the environment around them. Exactly. It would have been ridiculous. Do you get a discount buying your own book? Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. Especially if you're working with a more traditional publisher, you can try and get that deal for yourself. I'm not sure how it will be for Bob. I don't think we have that in our contract. Hill reminds me we're supposed to get 3 inches of snow tonight. Are you serious? Huh? Huh? Oh. Really? Interesting. I'm really worried about my vegetable seeds now. It should be fine. The seed's purpose is to last through winter, right? Right? I think I need to take some stuff inside. I don't want some stuff in my car to freeze. Oops. Might need to run out there after the stream. What if your animation spontaneously gets a lot of positive feedback? Will we see a sequel or a full series? I I don't think this animation would necessarily have another. I guess there could be more concept to it. I don't know if it would work as a series. And quite honestly, I have other projects that I want to work on that would that I would like to see as a full series more than this one. Like, I like this project as a small thing, but I don't know if I would want it as a big project. Just to get a decent amount of positive feedback on a original animation. Because not that I don't love all of the feedback I get on my Hermitcraft Minecraft stuff, but if I can also get a decent amount of attention on my original stuff, that means people are interested in my ideas, not just like not just the fact that I'm making fan art, which which would be very gratifying. Let's save this real quick because I've realized we've been working on this for what, a good hour, and I haven't saved. Sounds like it would be a good time to save. Do I not have a... Oh, really? Okay. Apparently I don't have a folder for Don't Look yet on my... That can't be right. That can't be right. I have to have the... I did. Okay, it was just in a different folder. Okay. Walks through time, stories of the cursed bearers and how they struggled with its grasps. Intriguing concept that... I mean, there's a lot of potential with this box. So it could... I would just have to think about it. Maybe I'm just thinking too small scale at the moment because I'm focusing on one project. But yeah, like there's another person on the other side of the box, so I don't know who they are. Neither does the character. So that one would be intriguing. Well, you believe in enough to post it, it's going to be good. Rephrase that for me. I assume you mean... I need you to rephrase that for me because I think that sentence was missing a comma somewhere in there. Alright, so that one's finished. Actually, I might need to color in a variation of that without the odd coloring. Wow, my computer is loving this brush. I am gonna assume you mean that, well, you believe in the animation enough to post it, so it's going to be good regardless. I think that's what you mean. I think that's the general mean of your comment or your chat. Bring the box to the convention. I don't actually have a physical version of this box. Would it be nice to? Maybe. But it is just kind of a white shoebox. Not gonna lie. A white shoebox that happens to transcend space and time in order to deliver any object between the other bearer of the box. It's just a normal box, you know? Nothing odd about this box. No, sir. Nothing weird. We're not breaking any time-space laws to have this box. That'd be kind of funny. That be the sequel. Turns out you are a space crime lord because you've been using a box to transcend the postal service, the space postal service. Space postal service. Probably be the best postal service because that are the worst. I feel like a service like that would only be either good or bad. There's no in between. Because either they would be really efficient and great and all that jazz, or they'd be really terrible and slow and everyone hates them because it takes them 50 years to deliver one package. Though if it takes them 50 years to deliver one package, maybe it's still miraculous anyway because someone's dedicating 50 years of their lives to to deliver your package. So it better be good. Better not just be some plant clips or whatever. You have to have a good reason to be shipping this box. I was color picking from the previous source, but I think I need to change the color here because it's not standing out enough from the background, and that's not good. What a good box. Just sitting there, waiting. Is it even possible to take 50 years to deliver a box on Earth? No, see, this is space mail. So 50 years is actually very quick. But if it was on Earth, that would either be the world's worst or best mailman. Because who would be dedicated enough to spend 50 years of their lives delivering one piece of mail? Either a wonderful business or a terrible business. You don't get to choose. You don't get to know. I guess I get to know in this fictional scenario that we've made up here if this postal service is good or bad. But I'm indecisive, so I shall never say. Assuming no intentional delays or unintentional setbacks. Well, I feel like if you're going to be taking that long to deliver a box to Earth, there would have to be some sort of wacky set of delays for you not to deliver this box on time. Like maybe you had to climb a mountain, only to realize that the house you got sent to got dragged down a river and then rebuilt in the valley. So then you have to... I feel like it would have to be very wacky. I think that's going to have to be an animation. So we'll erase that, even though I did like those lines. That background's complete. I like to think we're perhaps breezing through these. Got 6 backgrounds done. Not too shabby. Which means, I think I counted 13 earlier, so if we have 6 done, we have like 7 more to go. Let's do scratchy background next. Scratchy background looks fun. Do you know if the 2001 Space Odyssey Monolith music is copyrighted? It probably is, because that sounds very copyrighted. Were you wanting me to play the 2001 Space Odyssey Monolith music? Because if music has that long of a name and is attached to a movie, I think you can 99% guarantee that that music is copyrighted. Not that... Not that it would be very... Sir? Oh, you're locked. Why are you locked? I don't know. That was weird. Really lost my train of thought on where we were supposed to go with that sentence. Oh, right. I was thinking, even if I don't make really much, if any, money on streams by having them monetized, getting them copyrighted is a fine line between, it's fine that you played the music, you're just not going to get any money, ad money from the stream, to you're getting a copyright strike. And I don't know how protective that specific music group would be towards their music, so I'm not inclined to test them on that. It would be nice to keep my channel's integrity intact. What product do you use to do your drawings and animations? Okay, so that has a lot of answers to it. You would think that would be a simple answer, like a one-off question, but no. This animation's a bit ridiculous. I don't think you've heard the list yet. So we have several different programs being used to create this animation. Some of it is for drawing. Actually, most of these are for drawing. Some of it's because I'm being silly. Anyway. So I'm using note cards with Sharpies. That I did for the... I did that for the storyboards. And then I'm going to be using... I used Procreate Dreams to do the animatic. And I'll be going back in with the line after I get the completed backgrounds into it to do the line-based animation. And then I'll take that line-based animation and take that into Illustrator so I can vectorize every single frame and color it quicker than if I were to just do it by hand in Procreate Dreams, because Procreate Dreams does not have a quick coloring option. And then I'm going to take that into After Effects with the backgrounds that I have been making. And we'll do the final animation in After Effects. And then I will probably be using Premiere Pro to edit the audio. The specific program I'm using currently, though, is Photoshop. I've been using a mixture between Photoshop and Procreate for the backgrounds. So I'm in total using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different programs. We'll see if I add GarageBand to the mix, depending on how the audio is working for me. So 7, we might get up to 8 though, depending on how I'm feeling. How long do you think it's going to take you to put it together? I'm hoping that I should be able to get this finished around May 16th. It might take me a touch bit longer, but hopefully it shouldn't take me that long. In the meantime, though, I am working on a smaller project because sometimes I'm not feeling like working on this one. So I have a smaller 20-30 second animation that I have planned out. It's not really an animation, it's more animatic style, but I found a really silly audio that I want it to use for a Avatar: The Last Airbender meme. So you can look forward to that in the meantime. Will you add any 3D models? I'm using 3D models to help build some of the backgrounds, but everything itself, that's just to help me with perspective though. Everything will be 2D. Cool. That one's done, I think. They sell the box set for Avatar The Last Airbender at Walmart for $20. It's pretty good information. I'll keep that in mind. Can be spending a lot of money the next 2-3 weeks, so I probably won't buy anything extra, but that's good to know. I'll be a nice surprise item for later. Is Sokka going to be there? Yes, Sokka will be there. All of the gang will be there. It's essentially focused around when Zuko joins the gang, but it's like from the gang's perspective rather than Zuko's. Because you get to know a little bit more about Zuko, more than the gang gets to know, at least as quickly. So then him popping up in front of the gang makes sense to us because we watched his little character arc. We watched him get his little redemption arc, but the gang didn't really see all that much of Zuko's character arc. So the meme I am making is focused on that bit, on their perspective, on how silly it was for them to just have this man who is chasing them around the world suddenly pop up and go, so I realize my father was wrong. He's actually kind of evil, and I feel kind of silly that I didn't realize that earlier. Oops. Hey, can I join your group now? Like, he had a well thought out apology, and he did a good job apologizing. It was just probably very silly from their perspective. Alright. Which one should we do next? Rug. That one's just basically a flat background of red, so that one would be pretty easy to do. I don't know why I grouped all of these together, because they're kind of different, even though it's mostly just flat background. So first, flat background of red. Maybe we'll do like a flat background of golden color. Actually, no. No, we won't do that. We'll do flat background of a darker version of the pink. And then we'll do a nice soft purple. Angry red, then pink, then purple. Those backgrounds are done. I should probably group those together because those are just kind of flat. Do 8 for that. What's your opinion on using AI to help animate faster? I don't think it'll help anything. One, because me relying on AI to do some of my work means then I'm not actually doing what I want. Because the reason why I'm making this animation is, one, I think it'll look cool, but then also I want to see how much I've improved in my animation process. Like, I want to see my storytelling, I want to see how things work, and I also want to try out a couple new things like compositing and mixing some audio together. I want to make a nice cohesive animation, and I feel like bringing AI into it not only would be hurting the integrity of it, because I'm of the opinion that AI is not you working on the project, it's relying on thousands of other people's work to make your own without crediting them at all. And then it's also just like, for me, it takes it out. It's like it takes part of the process out of it. And I would personally be disappointed in my end result. And I would probably get frustrated too, because I like things to look a certain way. And if I am going to use a different thing that's going to think outside of me, it's going to look different to how I want it to. And personally, I think I would actually spend more time using the AI and fiddling with it because it's going to work against what I want. So I don't think it would really help me out all that much. This background is technically also using the red background, but I do need to draw something on top of it. So we'll color pick from that, but I think it's mostly box that I need to get in there. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backgrounds left. I think we can finish all of those in one go. Yeah. Yeah. And if we... It's fun talking to you, but I have to get up at 4. Good night. Oh, that's fair. It was nice talking with you too. Thank you for joining the stream. Good luck with your early shift tomorrow. That is crazy early. Your schedule must be like slightly off from everyone else's. Okay. Need to duplicate this. So we can draw a box on top of it. Sorry for if this is like flashing in your eyes. I might need to put like an eye strain warning on the animation, on the opening bit. I don't want to accidentally take someone out because I have some eye straining colors in here. I am choosing these colors though because I do want to make things look odd and distressing and strained. I feel like these colors add a good amount of tension. Yeah, that would explain the 50-hour week. Ten-hour shifts. Probably. So if he's starting at 4 a.m., ideally, hopefully, probably gets an hour lunch break. So then probably be there for 11 hours. Well, it doesn't start at 4, he has to get up at 4, so probably has work around 4:30 to 5. Depending on how long it takes him to get ready and how long it takes to drive there. But usually if you're waking up that early, you're probably waking up at the latest possible you could. So probably leaning closer to 4:30 as the start time. Probably getting home around 3 or 4, which might be nice from the perspective that businesses are still kind of open around that time. But I think some people get off of work around that time anyway, so you're not really avoiding much traffic by doing that. Well, you're not getting the benefit of avoiding traffic. Not that I would probably be choosing to leave at that time for that specific reason. Books. Books. I wonder if there's any fun pixelating effects? Fragment? I don't know. Stylize. Extrude. Emboss? Video. What does this mean? I don't know what that did. We'll put it back. Would you ever animate your overlay? How do you mean? Do you like mean for the stream? Like have an animated background? Guess I need a little bit more context, thought to your ideas. What do you have in mind? Group those together. Move up to the next one. The fish. Oh, make them swim. It could be interesting, but I think that would have the potential to be too much, you know? Especially if I don't know, it would have to be careful of that, and I think the potential for getting the balance wrong with it would be concerning. Originally I made this background specifically for the stream, and then I ended up switching, using it as my desktop background as well. This one is a bit of the desk at an angle with the mat. I wonder if I can use the background that I already made for this and just flip it? Maybe? Perhaps? May chance? Only one way to find out. Duplicate that group. Name that one 10. Good song. We got Broom song. You know, I wonder if I could find a way to set it up so you guys can see the names of the Spotify songs that are playing. Because I think there's a way to do it. Just hopefully it's not a way that's overly complicated. Maybe I need to make a frame. Because I know of some streamers, they make a frame around any of the images that they're making. Maybe I could make a frothy bubble-like frame to match the background. 'Tis an idea. let me cook for a second here. Okay, I think we can do it. I just need to uncombine these layers. Real question is, can I do the transformation to both of them? Yes, okay. Cool, but I need them separate, or else this won't work as well. How do you judge if an idea is good or not? If an idea is going to be good or not before I start working on it. Usually it's a case of me making an idea because I think it's cool. And sometimes I don't know if an idea that I'm making is going to be something that I like. Sometimes I figure it out in the process of making it, whether or not I like it. And because I've been doing this for a little bit, I usually have a better sense when a project is going well. So that helps. I don't always have a concrete yes. Yes, this idea right here that I'm making, perfect, absolute gem. It's gonna be a winner. Sometimes I make ideas that I like, but other people don't. Sometimes I make something and it's like, eh, but other people really love it. So I think it's a bit subjective when an idea, whether or not an idea is good or not. Usually my basis is did I enjoy the project? Did I enjoy the final result? Did it bring me joy? And usually if I can answer those questions with a yep, 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 then usually that's how I decide if an idea is good. But that's usually after I finish it. So glad I was able to flip this around because I did not want to redraw the table again. I think we'll do dark pink background-ish. Maybe a little less saturated. Do a little bit of color correction on this one because this I think will be later. outline to this because it kind of looks weird. There's an outline around the table, but not the cutting mat. We'll add that in. Well, I've already screwed up. Huh? What do you mean? Are you trying to determine if an idea that you're making is good? It's okay if the idea isn't the best thing in the world. Sometimes they aren't. Sometimes you gotta mess around, do something, and make stuff that objectively just isn't great in order to make a thing that you're actually really happy with. I have so many sketchbooks when I look back at them, and I'm like, I can pinpoint all of the mistakes. Being like, didn't do that, messed up this, didn't fill up the page here, I used the wrong material here, so now it's smudging. It's like, but in the process of messing up, I figured out what exactly I liked and disliked about my pieces. So, it's okay if whatever you're making's not going exactly to plan. Eventually, it will go to plan. This is the second time I've given that similar vein of encouragement. One of the girls in my class is one of the girls in my class were like, she was so, I don't know if she was like just feeling anxious because she was feeling shy due to new people, not knowing how to talk to them. And then also we were working in groups, and working in a group can be a stressful thing at times. But she like messed up one thing, and then she got so upset about it and concerned. And I had to be like, hey, it's okay. I'm expecting you guys to make mistakes. I don't expect you guys to be perfect. You guys are 5. You're still learning about things. I still make mistakes. And if I'm still making mistakes, and it's okay if you guys are still making mistakes. This song's similar to Broom. If you can't tell, I really like Broom. This one's Poise. Or Pose. Probably Pose. Your idea of good is focused on a creator's perspective, except one of the stipulations was I couldn't use anything I cared about. Huh? Huh? I'm confused. What are you doing? What are you making? I can't help your self-esteem if I don't know what you're doing. I think I need to get a new screen tablet soon, because I love this one, but I know he has his faults. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but anytime I make a line, it tapers very quickly right here. And it's probably a little bit on me. Not like smoothing it out enough. But I think that's also a bit on this, on the software itself, because I don't think it's supposed to be doing that. Last stream I told Ruth to come up with ideas. Thought she wouldn't. I created my own list just in case. Last stream I told Ruth to come up with ideas. Thought she can't. Yeah, I did play around with that in the brush settings, but I think it's just a quirk of this specific tablet because I have a Huion 13. I don't think it's a Pro. I think it's just a 13. Or maybe it is a 13 Pro? Either way, yeah, I think it is a 13 Pro, actually. Anyway, it's nice in the sense that it has a slider on the side for zooming in and out. Not that you can see me zooming in and out because I put you in a separate window. But I think this tablet specifically has issues with not only the brush subtly tapering, but then also if you're doing a line, I think this one demonstrates it a bit more. You see this wavering in the line? I think that's partly me, but then also partly the tablet itself. All I know is that I like the drawing experience on my iPad a bit better. So I know there's something off. Yeah, it's definitely a problem that other people have had. It's not just a me issue. And I didn't even realize it was an issue with the tablet. I just thought it was my own personal drawing skills. Being like, oh yeah, that's just me having slightly shaky hands or me not being super steady with the line work. Maybe it's slightly that, but it's also the tablet not helping me. So, and I've also had this tablet for, I've had this thing since, I want to say 2017? 2016. So I've had this tablet for almost 7 years now, which is really good. I'm so glad it lasted this long. But I think it would be nice to have a bigger tablet. Yeah, unfortunately the one I'm looking at is pretty dang expensive. So I've been kind of stalling on getting it because it's a bit of an expensive purchase. But I think I need to bite the bullet soon and just get it. I'll probably do that after Comic-Con though. I think that'll be an after Comic-Con Alyssa purchase. How come drawing tablets are still so expensive? Oh, it's just because the one I'm buying is going to be expensive. Expensive here being relative. The one I'm looking at is the Huon Canvas 14K Pro. I think that was. Let me look in my notes specifically for the one I was looking at. Tech for my business. Yeah, Canvas Pro 24 4K. Not that I'll be using it at full capacity 4K, but it'll be a very big jump from my current tablet, which also has some color issues. Like the colors on the tablet itself are not correct. So I want a new one. This bad boy. Oh, he's on sale currently. Oh, that's tasty, actually. Dang, they're trying to get you to. They're offering a flash sale. How dare they? How dare they? For how much? It is $1,019. Usually it's $1,300. Yeah, he's expensive. Not as much as a Wacom tablet though. At least there's that. It's still expensive. That that will be a later Alyssa purchase. Hopefully when I do go to buy it, it will be on sale. Cool, that one's done. We've got 2 more backgrounds to do. So we've got carpet with light effect. And then perspective table view of the box. So another box pick. Aren't you loving how many boxes we have? How many angles? I need to stop sitting on my foot. My ankle is not liking that. Oh, Foot Jam also kind of has a similar tune to Broom. At least the box is easy to draw. That's true. That's true. It's just me practicing perspective. Do a slight hand stretch first, though. Apparently, we're dropping 0.5% of frames. That's such a low number. I do have a water bottle up here. I was just thinking I was thirsty. That I wanted water. And guess what? I have water. Fantastic. Hopefully that wasn't too noisy in your ears. should we do? Vote. Should we do carpet? Or should we do box? Carpet or box? I mean, both of them will be pretty easy to do, so. Maybe I should do the carpet to give you guys a bit of an eye breaks from staring at a searing red page. Box? Alright. No break for you. No break from the searing red. No break. Only pain. You know, crazy thing. I have a box underneath my feet. It's a nice wooden box. I need it because I'm short. And in order to be at a good height for my desk, my feet need to dangle awkwardly. Hence the box. So my feet don't have to be up in the air. Yeah, I'm glad we did this today. Got a lot done. Question. Would you guys want to do anything after I finish the final background? I'm not sure how long we want this stream to go on for, but I'm feeling pretty good. It hasn't really felt like 2 hours to me. Maybe it's because the last stream I did, it's like 3.5 hours. So 2 hours in comparison feels like nothing. So if you want, we could probably do something else after I finish. Welcome back, Ruth. We are almost complete. Finished with the backgrounds. It's just inquiring if, after we finish the last one, if we want to do a game. There's several to choose from. We could test my computer's capabilities and play Red Dead Redemption 2. Or we could play a more calm game like Papa's Sushiria. You know, maybe one of these days I should set up a stream where I play Gartic Phone with my viewers. That could be intriguing. That could be silly. That could be a good time. I tried to play a version of Gartic Phone with the children today because they had an extra hour. Because we went through that project really quickly. They weren't really getting it. Granted, I think they got it, they just didn't have enough patience to wait for me to set up the game before they got started. I think that box is looking pretty good. I don't know if I should bring this up, but how did you imagine the witch fashion show? I assume you're asking Ruth. I didn't come up with that. I think he was wondering how you thought it up, like where you got the idea from. I'm stretching again, by the way, because it's nice. Okay. Last one, carpet. I think this one should be pretty simple too. I think I just need to draw the tufts. Carpet tufts and grass tufts have the potential to look very similar. I think I'll also add a little bit of perspective blur on this again, because I think that turned out pretty nicely with the desk, and I'll match the vibe of this background. I think most of this background will be relying on the colors more so than the line art. Pretty sure I made this carpet green. What color green did I make this? Maybe the Crown of the Sun Prince is a decent story. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is green. Okay. It's like a dark foresty kind of green. Let's see if how good my color matching is. Not that you guys can check me, but you know. Me, personally. Nope, he's more yellow. And a bit darker. And then we can have lighter, tufty areas here, but most of it though I think at this point of the story, it's going to be more of a It would be darker. So I don't actually I don't think this would be green anymore. This would probably be more bluish. And then we can have a hard light on top of that. For the moon purposes. Alyssa, if you remember any of Ruth's prompts, what do you think has the most potential? I need to scroll up. 1, a deity that built the pyramids. 2, girl cutting her hair. 3, a crystal heart. 4, a witchy fashion show. 5, the crown of the sun prince. 6, ghost playing hide and seek. 7, a mystical key that opens all doors. I think my friend Kira has a story similar to that one, but it's not like a mystical key. It's like a lock guardian, and or a keymaster. That's what he's called. 8, a mirror that is a window to a parallel universe slash world. An elven elder, and 10, a wizard Froggo with a newt apprentice. Yeah, I personally also like the Froggo and Mad Newt Apprentice. It just depends on how you approach the ideas, because a lot of these are just like concepts. And yeah, you can have an interesting concept, but what really makes a story interesting is what kind of plot and intrigue you bring into it. So, depending on what kind of story you're looking to tell, would be why you would go towards a particular idea. It just depends. I do like the frog and newt idea though. Peter's getting mad at me again. Like, why are you working me so hard? What did I do to deserve this? I think I need to change the color of this. It's kind of looking like watermelon, and that was not the intention. Let's get the shape right first, and then we can go from there. Might actually make a short comic on that concept, so thanks, Bill. Probably wouldn't have thought about that without your initial push. Yeah, sometimes you just need an initial push on an idea. Like, now I have a new picture book idea, because one of the things I tried to entertain the children with today was making their own storybooks. So then I was kind of working next to them to encourage them to do a thing. And because of that, then I thought of a concept for a story where a person loves the ocean no matter what season it is in, and then they talk about the different things that they can find at the ocean during different seasons. Maybe I need to, like, have an area of this where it's a little bit lighter. So that way it looks a bit more like it's illuminating something. I know part of this will be context. It'll seem more like it's lighting something up once I have something. I don't think I can do that. Not like that, anyway. I think that works better. Let's scooch that over slightly so it's more in the middle. And we can soften up some of the edges. Awesome. I think that one's layer 13. The green was nice, but I think I need to just completely, yeah, I think I need to just completely make it gray. Well, let me play with the hard light, actually. Would it look better with something else? Vivid light? Linear light? Vivid light might actually get more of what I'm looking for. I made a toad phone charm today out of clay. Ooh. What should his name be? Filbert? Maybe? Okay, I think that's saved. So I think we're good with the backgrounds. Alright. Since the backgrounds are finished and that took me about 2 hours and 15 minutes, are we interested in doing something else? Are we good and want to call it a night? I'm good with either. We could play a game if you wish. Okay. I can check those off my to-do list. So what are we thinking? What shall we do? I'll have to wait for the stream delay a bit. Do you want to have some internet nostalgia? Are you still thinking about Webkinz? I feel like you're about to suggest to me. I feel like you're about to suggest that we play Webkinz. Is that what you want to watch me play? Do you want a house tour of my Webkinz? We could do that. All right. Let's pivot to Webkinz. Slightly odd pivot, but sure, we can do that. Okay, let me unplug my tablet and reorganize things. Okay. Just need to move things around so I can actually see what we're doing. It's not a pivot, it's a leap forward. Of course. Why didn't I think of it like that? Let me sign in first before I open the game for you guys. That way I don't accidentally give you my password or whatever. They forced us to change our passwords because they're like, you guys have been holding on to these passwords for like 10 years and that is unacceptable. Change them. And we're like, but password nostalgic. And they're like, that's terrible. Change the passwords. Where did I hide? Why didn't I just save this in a normal folder? It has to be somewhere up top because I did actually open up Webkinz pretty recently. Where did I put it? Please, sir. Ah, there it is. Won't you guys be so excited to see all of the I was obsessed with stuffed animals as a child. I'm still I'm not like obsessed, but I do enjoy a good stuffed animal. Okay, now that that's there, we can... Wow, that's big. Sir, I did not click that. You did that autonomously. Okay, I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it. Maybe? Perhaps? Okay, we'll scooch this down and flip horizontally. Hello, sir, you disappeared. That kind of looks cursed because I haven't seen this drawing from that way, but okay. He's fine. He's whatever. Oh, that's why it's weird. Okay. I was like, why does this not look right? Because I was using this for Photoshop earlier. Don't you just love me readjusting things? It's great, isn't it? Cool, alright, fun. I think I need to move you guys over slightly so I can actually read you somewhat coherently. Okay, here we are. Oh yeah, the goose medallion. I did not do that soon enough. Alright, hello, welcome to my Webkinz house tour. I've been on pretty recently, so their needs aren't actually too bad. But yeah, so I've got my large collection of cake because everyone who has Webkins know they collect too much cake because of course we do. No sane person does not. Anyway, so here's my house. It's pretty big. Why did you make a sound? What do you want from me? Can we do a job? Buddy, you know we don't have the full account. We can't do a job. All of the jobs are pay locked. Okay. Where shall we start the house tour? I guess we can start in the front yard. Let's jump to the front yard. Apparently this is why do I have the pool in the front yard? Seems like an odd Also, it's been a little bit since I've actually walked around the entire house, so this is still very much childhood Alyssa's house layout. So don't quite understand it, but what? Can't get in. There's too many fridges. Why did I block the front door with fridges? Who designed this? Yeah. All right, buddy. Well, I don't know why we're like this, but sure. Sure. Why is the TV like this? I think I actually wanted to see it. Seems like an odd layout, but okay. Alright, where do we go from here? We could either go to the dining room or Nemo's room. I I guess we could go to the dining room. Also, I have no hope of like actually navigating this house normally. Sure. Big painting covering the doorway, that's fine. None of the pets actually reach the top of the doorway anyway. I'm surprised they let me do that. Why do I have a painting in front of Okay. Also, there very helpfully there's a sink in the dining room so that you can wash your hands before your meal. Okay, this is the game room. I don't know why there's punch in the game room, but there's punch in the game room. I think this is a fire like some sort of bug. Why would you get mad at me for not doing a job? You don't want to work. Trust me, you don't want to work. You've Kid Me was very terrible at the job games. I'll show you the stats later, but short long story short, I wasn't very good at any of the jobs. So this is the extension of the game room. This actually has all the good games. And we got the movie studio too. I don't remember how much the movie is. I just know that this game room's kind of expensive over here. Okay. Where do we want to go? We could go up. Yeah, let's go. We could go up. Here's the tree house. I'm not sure why I have a lumber yard up here. Seems kind of odd. There's a little bug up here. That's kind of funny. Garden. What? I, when did I do that? I've neglected this garden so badly. How is it good? Hopefully you've opened up the game sometime in the last like 5 years or so, because if you haven't, your account might have been deleted. Okay. Don't know how I managed this, but the garden actually looks good. So, yay. Good for them. Oh, I made a teaching room. I made a school room. Don't we love all of the mismatched furniture? There's like 4 different chairs right here. Why did I design it like this? We've got a sand chair, a floating leaf chair, and a beach chair. I must actually. I think I know why some of the layout is weird. Cause I changed how I laid things. I think I changed things around. Hence why the kitchen didn't make sense. Go over to the camping room. It's a room with beds. Oh, it's been ages. I shared with my other triplets, so I don't know what is going on there, even if I still have it. Dang, you shared that account with collaborating. It's weird to think you were a student when you created the classroom, and now you're a real teacher. Kind of real teacher. I mean, I do it very much as a part-time thing. I just go around and teach after-school classes. Okay. Would it be wrong if I fed you a jellyfish sandwich? A peanut butter and jellyfish sandwich? Would you like that? Would you care? Maybe. There you go. Sure. Sure. Here's a very normal bathroom. Ignore the ghost. Sharing an account with your siblings is a brave thing to do. I agree. I agree. I don't think me and my siblings would have done a good job sharing an account. For ages? How long have you been here? Oh, buddy, you must be so tired. Actually, you're not too bad. Why is your energy actually kind of good? Where's your bed? Okay, sure. So I have one linchpin room that's separating the house, the different houses. Not sure why we did it like that, but sure. Oh. Oh. What is this? I don't. What is this? Your wish might come true. Okay. Okay. Is, is there something in every single one of these No. There is. Oh no. There had to be a better storage port. There had to be better storage for this. Why did we do it like this? Surely there was better dressers. Oh, they all have something in it. At least I organized it somewhat. Okay. Did you ever wish for a collection of filing cabinets? You know? Maybe I did. Because that was insane. Why is Rudolph's room the best? Like, this one's actually decently decorated. Maybe it's because I had a theme. Okay, we'll just leave you to. We'll just leave you to. Dang, you sure have needs. What do you even want from the W shop? Anything? I'll buy food, because we definitely need food. Wait. I was about to say, there's no way this could all be your favorite. No, this is like multiple different pets. Okay, we'll just buy some stuff. I buy broccoli, and that makes him happy. Isn't that great? Cool. Awesome. I think I was redecorating the house cuz like I didn't have enough rooms for each one of them to have their own room. I think at one point I had like a massive room with like all of my pets in one room, and it was like a room of beds because I just wanted to be able to find them easier. But I think I've reorganized to not have a giga bedroom. Oh, this room's small. That's such a 2000s hat. The rest of these are just bedrooms, and I don't think I decorated them nearly as well. I think we have 2 rooms left. Sir, your eyes aren't closed. Did you know that? Did you know you're sleeping with your eyes open? Hope that helps. Sure. This is a very lily pad room. Alright. I think we've explored the entirety of the house. Fun. Okay, this dog is probably older than 90% of all real dogs on Earth. That would not be wrong. He is actually he is pretty old. Though I could give you a little tour of all of my pets. The the furry, Nemo. I was not very creative with the naming of all of these pets, just so you know. So Carrot. Carrot was the first one I got. Whitey, Cotton Candy, Leaf. Still not sure if I spelled Leaf correctly. Sally. That's probably the best one I named, but do not be fooled. Her first name was gonna be Oreo, so it wasn't that creative. Then we got Singer. You know, that might be the most creative one, mostly because I do not know how to pronounce that. Sio? Maybe. Snowball, Strawberry Hearts. They're all very literal names. Rudolph, Hop, Sparkle, Vanilla, and Cheesy. I had a food theme going on, I think. Is there any specific pet you would like to play with? We could do Sally. I think Sally overall is one of my favorite character models. Mostly because it's a signature pet. So she's a bit of a cutie. I keep looking back at this butterfly hat. I might choose Carrot. She's pretty cute in that hat. Okay. Okay, so I think this is color coded by stuff that you can do and what you can't do based on. So I feel like Vacation Island, you can't go there unless you have a full membership. Wait. Can we go to Vacation Island? I feel like I'm going to be stopped. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. I have to be deluxe to go on vacation. How dare you? At a frog one, my sister played as a cat and my brother as a monkey or something. You're living up to your description. Yeah, apparently you have to spend money to go on vacation or something. How weird. How bizarre. We could play around in the game arcade. Can't think of... Well, I guess I could show you how bad my statistics are in the employment
Welcome
office.
Back. Please pick the job that you'd like to do today.
Yeah, you say that, but it's actually going to be really terrible. Because I can't do... Wait. Oh my gosh, I can do a job. Oh, you're so right. I do like rabbits. I can do a job. Oh my gosh. Maybe we could do better. Okay, let me first show you my resume. It's really impressive. Okay, so my most successful. Wait a second. Okay, no, this is stats for my entire account. Okay, so I was a babysitter and I did that once and I was successful once. That's pretty good. It goes downhill from here. Fence painting. I attempted that 7 times. Only succeeded twice. Hamburger cook. Attempted that 10 times. Did not succeed once. Grocery clerk. News delivery. I attempted that 9 times. Success? 0. Dr. Quack's assistant. I attempted that 14 times. I only succeeded 4 times. Shoe clerk. Attempted 4 times. Only succeeded once. Very impressive resume. Very good. Let's see if we can do better now that I'm like, have a good job experience. The Morlet tree frog might be the cutest animal on Earth. Well, now I gotta look that up. What do you mean Morlet tree frog? I need to know. So he's like the frog of frogs, the like very basic I'm thinking of frogs. He is pretty cute. I wouldn't say he's the cutest one though. He is pretty cute, but I think I don't know. Me personally, I'm thinking cutest guy is a Pika. Pikas are pretty darn cute. Oh, this was memory matching. Maybe that's why I was bad at it as a kid. Okay. Watch the pattern of colors that flashes on the fence. And then you gotta click the paint cans in the same order to make the color that shows. Okay. Okay. Alright. Yellow, yellow, red, red, blue. Yellow, yellow, red, red, blue. Okay. Yellow, blue, yellow, yellow, red. Yellow, blue, yellow, yellow, red. Cool, cool. yellow, red, blue, yellow, green, yellow, red, blue, yellow, green. Okay, okay. Getting there. Red, blue, green, blue, red. Red, blue, green, red. Ah! Dang, it was blue, red. Okay. Red, blue, green, blue, red. Okay, okay. Cool. One more. Green, blue, red, yellow. Green, red. Please. Green, blue, red, yellow, green. Green, green, blue. Was it red or... Yeah! Because I would be able to do the first couple, and then it just... And then I failed the entire job, because these people did not want cohesive colors.
Looks like that job was pretty tricky. Better luck next time. Please check the clock to see when you can do your next job.
8 hours to try a job again. Fantastic. Anyway, I have not redeemed myself. My resume has gotten worse. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Maybe I wasn't as fault as a child. Or maybe this is just a me personal issue. Anyway, I've embarrassed myself. So, let's do something else. Glad to see content is still interesting to play, even as an adult. What else is there? Like, I think I think Gaming Arcade has the most content. Also, because I have such a big screen, bigger screen does not mean better game experience, actually. Which is probably upsetting for you. Actually, I can fix it for you guys. For me, it'll be painful, but for you guys, you can have a bigger screen. Treat just for you. Isn't that great? Hold on, let me pull this over so that I can make it bigger. There. Oh, wait. There you go. Now you can see it at a great... That's bigger than how I'm experiencing it. Alright. I feel so special. You should be. You should be. Could do pizza. I like pizza game, but that might take a little bit too much brain energy. Though that might be funny for you. Sure, let's do pizza game. We're doing the tutorial because I want the money. Make the pizza pies. You know, I think the last time I played this game, I was playing on Discord, so I wasn't hearing the fun music. Should I be concerned about this music being copyrighted? I'm gonna assume it's not. Hopefully it's not. Buddy, you were here yesterday, and you're already here for another pizza? I guess we're trying out something new, because I don't have pepperoni, so you're getting olives today. probably also, yeah, he probably also wants that. No! I've ruined it. How have I already ruined the pizza? Sure, whatever. I've ruined the pizza already. Isn't that great? I did such a great job. He's not gonna like the pizza. He won't accept the pizza. Because I messed up. He's gonna be so annoyed because I'm gonna give the pizza to the person behind him first. Because of course I would. My advantages. How are you still happy? I feel like you would have been sad. Okay, whatever. I feel like you're patronizing me, actually. Apparently hopefully it's impossible to overcook the pizza. Because that would be upsetting. I feel like this doesn't bode well for my, later gameplay if I'm already messing up in the first level. Is having 2 bits of music playing disconcerting? Because I still have the instrumental music playing in the background, so that's kind of mixing with the Italian-esque music. I had to wait because I didn't know if he would order a half because it was past the first level. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. You're gonna take up my oven. What is happening with the odd cotton balls for pizza toppings? I did not read the entire message because I have pizzas to deliver. Why did we go there first? I don't know. What is happening with the odd cotton balls for placing toppings in the... Okay, so, it's like prepping and whatnot. Dang it, I messed up. Okay, that's fine. We can just cook. That's fine. We're fine. I'll answer in a bit once I have this all set up, because I am trying to think and talk at the same time, and that is not working. Okay, I can answer you now. What has happened with the odd cotton balls for placing toppings and the amount of smoke coming from the whatever is concerning? It's just the working stuff. It's to show, instead of having it, like, actually animated out. Don't get sad! You ordered a half! It's just so they can, show that something's happening without doing that much animation. Okay. Can I no, I can't buy one of those yet. Can I no, I can't buy one. Oh wait, I can! Yeah, we can buy one of those. Okay, cool. How dare. I'm sorry, you sent a really large text of paragraph and I was trying to read it, but then also I just couldn't. Maybe I can place it a little bit closer. Yeah, okay, that's better. I can actually see that. Okay. Okay. I placed it a little bit closer because I was struggling to read that. Okay. Now it should be better. Okay, we got mushrooms, pineapple, and pepperoni. What do you want, sir? Better not be a whole pizza. Okay. You're off the hook. I swear, when one of you orders a whole pizza, I'm gonna riot. It was rhetorical. We don't mess around with pizza game. Guys, my oven's only so big. Why do you keep ordering half pizzas? You're gonna take up my entire oven. I'm not even gonna be able to put it in until the quarter slice comes out. Oh, thank goodness, I have the cheese. Okay, now we need a quarter. What do you want, sir? Oh, thank goodness, you're easy. Here you go. Enjoy your half a pizza. I moved that in the way. Eesh, pick it up! Okay, good. We met the goal. I mean, it's only level 4. It's gonna get really difficult. No! Stop it! Stop looking sad! Pick up the pizza. Great job. Things are getting busy. Better save up for more equipment. I bought equipment. How much do new shoes cost? I'm speed. Okay. I'm already immediately wrong. Okay. It's okay. We have 2 pizza prepping areas. Another half. Also, sir, why did you order 2 toppings? That's kind of selfish. It takes up so much time and energy to prep that. Please be a quarter, please be a quarter, please be. And nope, of course, it's a half. Wanted a half. Let's finish cooking, so I give you that. I put that in the oven. And I can't do anything with that, so I guess we'll keep it there. That's done cooking, so thankfully now I can put the other half of pizza in the oven. Should've. There's too many people. Why is there so many people? Guys, but pizza's not that good. I don't even know what you want. Oh, there's so many of them. Why did you want a half? I think you wanted a quarter. I think he wanted pizza. Yeah, okay. Why didn't you pick it up? You didn't pick it up. Yeah. In the oven. Guys. I wasn't even prepping that one. Oh. What? In the oven. Come on. No, stop it. I saw your ears do something. No. 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 This is essentially what I'm like at a real pizza, a real fast food service job. For real, for real. It's like frantic energy. Oh, thank goodness, I made my goal. You think in a decade you'd be doing the exact same with Red Dead Redemption 2? What, just like streaming the game? I need you to elaborate on that. I think I'm missing some context. So I feel like I'm gonna be starting to... Can I, like, upgrade the oven so it cooks faster? Not yet. Okay, so I need a little bit more funds for that. Because I feel like they're gonna start ordering whole pizzas soon, and that's gonna be an issue. The half pizzas take so long to prep too, for no reason. Sir, why do you want a half pizza? Why do you all want half pizzas? Goodbye, Ruth. Sleep well, or whatever it is you're doing. Continue suffering with Pizza Game. Yeah, they're out the door almost. No! Oh. I think I'm prepping the wrong thing. They're out the door. Eve, no, place it down, place it down. I have to leave it. I have to... Oh, goodness. I can't even do anything with that! Finish cooking! Sorry, guys. I have a whole pizza to cook and it takes up my entire oven. It's really annoying, actually. I'm so sorry. Here you go. Here's your darn pizza. Getting sad. Why are you doing that? It's rude. I'm cooking here. You guys are the one who ordered 2 toppings. Give the... I was like giving it to the wrong person. He's getting sad. I'm so sorry. I didn't do things in order. No! No, please! I promise, I have your pizza. Please. I know I'm not doing... No, stop looking sad! No! I'm not gonna make my goal, which means I'm not gonna get my funds. No! It's all going downhill from here. I'm losing it at level 6. No, please don't leave. So stupid. I missed the goal, so I didn't get any of the funds, which means I can't upgrade anything. Should I buy the new pizza topper? I want to upgrade the oven, but I don't have enough for that. I have stressful choices. We'll see how it is. Maybe this is a mistake, maybe it's not. Who knows? I know there's gonna be one soon where they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we're just gonna have you make a whole bunch of single slices. I want all olives on that. Okay. Please be a quarter. Please be a quarter. Nope. Whole one. Whole boy. Doing things out of order again. This is what went wrong last time. Please be done. Duck, please don't be sad that I did it out of order. It's just I needed that full one cooked. Please be a quarter. Please be a quarter. Please be a quarter. Nope, it's a half. What else did you need? Oh, you needed pepperoni. I needed a quarter. Nope, nope, yep, okay. You know, I wonder if they would dock me points if I did things out of order with the adding the pizza toppings. Okay, please don't be sad, Duck. Please don't be sad, Duck. I need you happy. I need you really happy. Please, 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 please. I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose so hard. Oh, don't put up flyers. We don't need more customers. It says we need more customers. We don't need more customers. Guys, please. I think the next one that's up is the just barrage of single slices. Yeah, I think it's the single slice barrage. Yep, it is. Totally is. Why are you ordering 3? Why would you do this to me? Nope. Half slice. Okay. If you did not know, I'm bouncing my leg up and down. Why is this game so stressful? Okay. You go in the oven, and then you, selfish man, have a whole pizza? Why? It has 3 ingredients on it. Why would you do this to me? Maybe I can get all of the cheese slices done while I'm prepping that monstrosity. Okay, not 3, just 2. There's so many cheese slices, which is kind of good for me. Maybe he's just having one of those days. Maybe! But my oven can only take so much. And he's taking up the entire thing. Like, I have a cheese thing to put on. He looks sad already. He was, like, looking so forward to that pizza, and I took forever on it. Because it's a whole dang pizza. Please let me make my goal. Please let me make my goal. Please let me make my goal. Stop it. I see your ears drooping. That's not the goal. Please. I need a faster oven. Please let me make my goal. Cook faster. No, his ears dropped again. My tip is gonna be lower. Oh, did I? Oh, I got it. I just barely got it. Oh, good. Second oven or quicker oven? I think I need quicker oven. Super oven. Super oven. A whole pizza from the get-go? Sir, why would you do this? Are you some sort of monster? I am fully judging this man for his pizza preferences. How dare you? How dare you do this to me? Will this man be upset because he wasn't served first? Maybe. However, he made a selfish decision to order a whole pizza. Another one! Why do they do this? That's a lot of toppings on one pizza. Why do they do this? Really testing my... What have I put on this pizza? I don't know. Thank you for simple cheese. I think I didn't put the pineapple yet. My brain. I can't even put it in. So glad I upgraded the oven. No way I could have done this without upgrading oven. You also need mushrooms on that. Quarter. Stop it. I think I did the wrong thing. Mushrooms. And we need another quarter. And you need pineapple on that. And then you need to go in the oven. And then I think you need mushrooms. And then that. You need all of it. I swear if I mess this up and didn't put olives on it, I'll be so upsetty. Cook. Dang, only got level 8 on Pizza Game? How dare I? Okay, I think I'm good on I'm good on that actually. How long have we been streaming for? 3 hours? Yeah, I think that's a good place to end. Got level 8 on Pizza Game. Yes. We'll log out. Okay. We'll just close that, actually. Okay. Move that back around so it's facing the correct way. There we go. That's better. Alright. It has been so lovely hanging out with you guys. Thank you for joining the stream, and I will see you again next week. I'm not sure exactly what we'll do. I might put up a poll for that. We might do some more crow sewing. Depends on what I'm doing that week. Alright. You guys have a good rest of your night.